Stick figure.
Stick figures, yes. All right. If you can look at an X-ray of your bones. All right. Now, if you looked at an X-ray, this is pretty much your growth plate here. When you get old enough, you're like me, you're really old, my growth plates will close. No longer will my bones get longer. But you, on the other hand, you're still growing. I'm still growing out. You're growing up. Oh, shit, I just caught that mechanical. Glad you're awake. But if you go to the doctor, they'll say your growth plates are open, and a lot of times what they're talking about is right there. That's your growth plates. All of your bones have these.
Okay.
Now, how do you know when you're going to stop growing?
Whenever your growth plate closes.
Terry!
Over sometime where we were in high school.
It could be high school, but you really don't know when. Dennis Rodman played in the NBA. Kind of a crazy dude. Very crazy. He left high school, he was 6'1". He was 6'1" when he left high school. The next year, he came back, he was just 6'10".
He was just
16.
Oh wow.
Come on in with true love.
Missing it
Alright, so, your body can still grow after you get out of high school. Thanks, sir. Now, most of the time, girls are going to grow quicker than boys do. And usually, I say usually, quote unquote, usually, most girls are through growing by the age 16, 17. You need to stop. Alright? You need to stop. What's that? You need to hurry up then.
I know. Okay, what makes you grow?
What makes you grow?
Look how long my legs are. I can't even bend them.
grow.
Yeah, like.
What makes your hair color besides going to the beauty shop?
Nothing.
What makes your skin color? What makes your eyes the color they are?
The sun.
Your eyes to the sun?
No. Food.
Nutrients would be one. But it's also, we talked about that heredity thing a while ago. It's your genetics.
What if I don't like milk? What if I don't drink
It's
that?
more genetics than anything. Some people, it's just the way that the combination of your genes, your chromosomes, your DNA come together. That's what makes you different than anybody else in the world. Are you different than anybody else in the world, Leanne?
Yes.
You are. Everybody in this room is different.
It's rare.
All right? So, don't ever let anybody tell you, you're different. Yeah, so are you.
Yeah.
Are you not? It's a true statement. So, you grow and develop. Everybody grows and develops differently. You're all going to start growing differently. You're all going to go through puberty differently. You're all going to stop growing differently. So, it all depends on what's inside of your body. Depends on whether you grow or not. And that means the genetic part, not the fuel and things. But you still need the nutrition to help you. All right. So, to be taller, to get bigger, whatever, you have to increase what? The number of
Cells.
cells.
Woo.
That's the only way you can get bigger is increase the number of cells. Yes?
A lot of people say if you eat a lot, like cereal and stuff, like milk, and like it makes you go a lot more.
I wouldn't say that. Part of it is the biggest thing is your genetics. Okay? Yes?
Eating cereal because the nothing doesn't very often.
Oh, okay, there you go. Alright, organisms change as they grow. Puppies can't see or walk when they're born. 8 or 9 weeks, their eyes have opened, their legs become strong enough for them to hold them up. All the changes that take place during life of an organism is called development. So, right now, you're through a big stage of development. You learned to walk at what age?
1, 2.
1?
2.
Okay, my son was 9 months. Even though he was a preemie at 9 months. You know, here's the dumb part. We as parents are dumb. I'm saying this because I'm a parent now. And that's scary. But we want our children to walk so bad. Oh yeah, well, let's practice walking. But not long after they start walking,
They're going to start getting
no, they start running. And they just run. And guess what you got to do? You got to follow them. And then they get into more stuff, like you said.
They run
And then that second one comes along, you're like, I don't care when they walk. But They want to walk real quick because they see the other one doing it, so this is one of those things. So, the things you grow. How many people were born with teeth besides Barrett? How many people were born with hair? How many people had hair when they were born? Alright? I still don't have much. Now, how many of you could feed yourself when you were born? Yeah, none of them.
I was lazy, I was like.
How many of you can feed yourself now? Yes, most of you can. Most of you can go to the bathroom by yourself. Most of you can, except for the girls, you got to take a friend. Most of you can clothe yourself. Most of you pick out your own clothes. Most of you, you put your clothes on by yourself. That would be weird if somebody was helping you.
I'm good. I still have a question.
Okay, hold on. Now, looking up on page 215, you see the puppies to a big dog. You see the baby to the girl. You see a seed to a pea plant, and then you see a caterpillar, which is actually a monarch. You actually see that to a butterfly. Would you see that's grow or developing?
Developing.
That's developing. Now, you had to grow. Grow is increasing of cells. Development is all the changes your body undergoes in a lifetime. You got teeth. You start getting more hair. Start getting taller. You know, there's all these different things. Those are all development. But you have to remember, grow is increasing the number of cells. All right, the length of time an organism is expected to live is called its lifespan. You might know what the average lifespan of a male and female human is? Barrett?
60 to 70.
No.
Hey, true love. True love. Why are you dogging him for his opinion? What?
I thought it was, this is opinion or
What? Do you know the final answer?
90 to 100.
For what?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Let me see. What do you think, Natalie? You haven't said anything today. Picking on.
85.
For who? Men or women? Who lives longer, men or women? Let me ask that question.
Women.
Women! Yeah, y'all wind up killing us in the end, don't you? That's true. Emma, what do you think?
I don't know, 80.
Oh my
Yeah, oh, wait. No.
It's around 80 for women. It's around 78 for men. Now, every year this goes up a little bit.
Sweet. Because the technology
What did I
got
say?
greater.
Every year this number goes up just a little bit.
Because technology got greater.
Yeah.
Bailey, what do you think?
Because technology got greater.
Our technology's getting better. People are living longer. They're eating better. They're healthier.
Yes.
There's more people working into their 60s and 70s. You know, some people 80 still working. Yes.
My grandma's 97.
Really?
And she's a woman. See?
My great aunt.
Really? That's cool.
She's still living.
All right. Now, going back to lifespan. It says some dogs can live up to 20 years. That's really, really, really old for dogs. Other organisms have a short lifespan. For example, mayflies live only one day.
Wow.
So they hatch, they find a partner, they mate, lay their eggs, and then they die.
I'd like to fly away.
Yet, other animals have much longer lifespan. A land tortoise, some of them can live up to 180 years old.
Let's see technology get better.
So, it all depends. I like to hunt quail, which there's not very many of those left right now. They're still trying to figure out why. The lifespan of a quail is about 24 to 30 months, which is not very long. That's why the population fluctuates so much. Horses, 20, 30 years old.
40.
40, you got a 40-year-old horse?
I got put down like 2 weeks ago for 6.
40 years old? That's unreal, man. That's cool. Sorry you had to put it down, but that's still neat.
Dude,
Yes.
my horse is
19? No, that's, 19 is not
My
uncommon.
dog's 14 years old.
I had one that was 17 and a half. He got where he couldn't hear and everything else. Huh?
My brother died because that thing's like
Hey, shit.
flying.
That's Cobb, Bailey.
I'm not even doing anything. That dog's like weird.
Bailey,
Yeah?
you said your piece.
Yeah?
Now cut the piece off. Dakota!
I had an aunt that had a dog that was blind and
And the blind and deaf?
yeah.
Alright, yes.
It's dog, little puppies, their ears are closed when they're born, right?
No.
Yeah, have you ever looked at one? They're like this.
They're not closed.
just dead.
They're not closed though. Yes.
Our dogs are colorblind. Yeah, they people.
I think some colors.
Yeah, they may say, I don't think they're totally like we are. We see all the spectrum. But most animals don't see the whole spectrum,
The most colors.
which would be all the colors.
Like
Now, lifespan. All, so from beginning to end, that's a lifespan. All different animals have different ones, from one day to many, many years. All right, turn the page, please. I want everybody to put their head down on their desk.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Take a nap.
Really good night.
Huh?
Good night. Good night.
Good night, huh? All right.
Well,
Put your head
good
down.
morning.
We're talking. Boom! Alright, now, some of you jumped, some of you did it intentionally, but here's my thinking behind that. Same thing you do right here. Now, somebody back in here really jumped. Nick, were you the one that really jumped? Alright. There's nothing wrong with that. Why did you jump?
He wasn't.
Brayden! Quit!
I didn't finish.
I'm gonna start calling you and Barrett the B twins.
Yes.
Nick?
Surprise.
It surprised you. Alright, on the next page it says, living things respond. What did you respond to?
Wow.
What's that?
Oh, was it? I'm not a
You responded to what though?
loud noise.
The loud noise. When I turned on the lights. Cole, did you respond to those lights?
Our eyes didn't adjust to it right away.
Alright, now think about this. Living things respond. If I turn down the air in here to 50 degrees, will you respond?
Yes.
Yeah,
It
but
was
cold.
like
But see, your body will start to shiver. That's a response to what? The cold. So you have two things. The stimuli, or stimulus, as they call it. This is what you respond to. Now, if I walked into your room, 3 o'clock in the morning, with a 5-gallon bucket of ice water, and poured it all over you, you would probably respond. Very ugly, but you would respond. Now, here's the question. Here's what I want you to understand. You respond to things every day. Alright? You respond to things every day. She just responded because she blinked her eyes. Lucky I didn't hit her. Well, that was a good shot. She was right above
Have
you.
you cried? Oh my
Just right above your head right there. Now, so, you responded right there, didn't you? Because you saw something coming at you. How did you respond though? You put your ball out, you caught it. Alright. Something comes flying at your head. You either blink or you move your head. It's an automatic kind of thing. It's a reflex. But you respond. You walk into the house. If you're walking into the house today, you're walking into the house. As soon as you get to the front door, you open it up, you go, oh, chocolate chip cookies. Your favorite food is being there. You respond. Your mouth starts to water. There's a guy named Pavlov, when you talk about it in psychology. Pavlov's theory of dogs. He would take this dog, and right before he would feed him, he'd ring a bell. Then he would feed him. it got to the point where he could ring that bell and that dog would start to salivate, would start dripping out of his mouth. Okay?
I haven't tried out.
So, every time he rang the bell was a stimulus. He responded, getting food and, the saliva. The same thing you do. Loud noises. If I walk up and I grab the hose of Mr. Yeager and I pinch him right here, when he feels my hand, you feel my hand?
Yeah.
Okay? So his body responded because he moved his hand because he didn't want us to move. He's like, ooh. But think, how do you respond? You move, you do different things, you blink, whatever. Now, how do you detect the stimulus? Detect.
Like my spray senses are tingling kind of?
A while ago, when the lights were out and I yelled, how did you know that I yelled? Your ear. When I flipped on your light, you did what? Your eyes sensed it.
Your senses.
If you walk up and you don't know whether the pan's hot or cold and you reach to get close to the pan, it's your senses, like you were saying there. All right. So you use your senses for the stimuli. Then you respond accordingly. You respond. Anything you respond to is a stimulus. Anything. So living things have to respond. You don't water a tree, what happens to it? Is that a response?
Yeah.
Exactly. Alright, you take a fish out of water, what does it do?
Flops around.
Flops around because it wants to be back in water. Alright, living things maintain homeostasis. Oh, that's a big word. Somebody read that right there, that paragraph, please.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, bud.
Living things also must respond to stimuli that occur inside them. For example, water, food levels in an organism cell can increase or decrease. The organism then makes internal changes to maintain the right amount of water and food in itself. The regulation of an organism's internal life-maintaining condition, despite changes in its environment, is called, what is that called?
Called homeostasis. Now, if I took your temperature right now, on average, what would it be?
98.0.
98.6, kind of on average. Now, not everybody in here would be the same. But if I took your temperature every day for the next year, more than likely it would be pretty close to the same. This is what I'm talking about, homeostasis. Right now, your body is digesting food, whether it's been last night or this morning. Your heart is beating at so many beats a minute. You're breathing at so many beats a minute. Your body's taking in so much oxygen. Now, if we took off and we ran up and down the hall about 3 times, we'd have to call 911 for me. But what would you start to do more of? Raise your hand.
Oh.
Isaac?
Start breathing.
You would start breathing more. What else would start beating more, McKenna? Your heart would beat more. Why would it do that? That's the question. Because it's trying to maintain homeostasis. The more activity you do, the more energy you need, the more what you need?
Water.
Oxygen. Oxygen. Is that what you're going to say, Dakota?
Yeah.
You need more oxygen. So, that's trying to maintain homeostasis. If you run up and down the hall, and your heart rate did not go up, your breathing didn't go up, you going to run very far? No. Your body's going to say, hey, you need to stop. And if you don't stop, I'm going to stop you. Also, you go outside this weekend. It was kind of cool this weekend. We was out playing baseball. Now, I put on clothes, but also I used energy to keep my body temperature at 98.6 degrees. I had to burn more energy in my body to keep it at that because it was cooler outside. So your body burns energy.
Would that make you hungrier?
Not really, but your body's going to burn energy. It can burn stored energy. Alright. So, anything that maintains it. When you get thirsty, something in your brain says, hey, I need to go get a drink of water. If I'm hungry, something in your brain says, I need to eat. I need food. I need nourishment. Now, sometimes our brain can play tricks on us and say, I need to eat when I'm really not hungry. A certain time, it will tell you, I need to eat. I need fuel. Your car doesn't go very far without fuel. Your car doesn't go very far without an engine, unless you're a Fred Flintstone family. You pedal your car and then you stop your car.
Ow, that would hurt to stop your car. It's like your feet would
Well,
be
just don't get going so fast.
gravel.
Well, if you did it every day, your feet would be tough, baby. So, anything your body does to maintain, if you get hot, what does your body do?
It's what?
It sweats. Is that maintaining a stable internal environment?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you get hot, you sweat, it helps cool your body. Living things use energy. Now, some plants produce their own energy. Where does most of the energy on the earth come from? What? The sun. From the sun. Number one energy source. Now, do we get energy from the sun?
Yes.
How?
Rays.
So I can go outside right now, get in the sun, look up, and get energy.
No.
I'm not a solar panel. Jenna, what do you think? Where do we get energy from the sun from? You ever eat a plant?
No.
You don't eat vegetables?
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah. Even like a plant like food. Okay, well,
There you
yes,
go.
I do eat vegetables.
Do they come from plants?
Yeah.
Do they get energy from the sun?
Yeah,
Ah, see, you've had sun's energy, haven't you?
yeah.
It's real good.
What?
Our body absorbs it.
Absorb what?
Like if we're outside, it's gonna absorb it. And then it's
Okay, but how am I going to use it? That's the question.
gonna use it.
How do we use the sun's energy?
Yes.
If we're going to absorb it, I mean,
To heat you stuff, to heat you stuff.
now you can help warm your body, yeah, I would say we can use part of that. But do we actually take that energy and store it anywhere?
Yeah. It's.
Bailey? I didn't say Bailey. Just because you have your hand up, that doesn't mean you get to talk. Come on now. Hey, do you have a solar cell on your body anywhere? A photovoltaic cell, I should call it. Like on your calculators, that little bitty window. Doesn't work real well in the dark. Does anybody have one of those? You have one on your body? Oh, your eyes?
Wait, do we go like this?
So you're going to go out and look at the sun with your eyes.
No.
Okay, that's what I'm getting. Y'all are not understanding the concept here. You can't get energy from the sun stored in your body. You don't have battery packs. Now, you do get sun's energy, but it's usually by eating something. Do I get it from the cow that I just ate?
No.
Yeah, because what was he eating?
The grass.
He was eating the grass.
That's the sun gave energy.
Ah, see, so you're starting to see here. All right, so it talks about living energy. The energy used by most organisms comes either directly or indirectly from the sun. There's two types, producers and consumers. Producers are the ones that make their own food. Do we make our own food? Now, when I say make, in your body, this body,
No.
we don't make our own food. A tree, if we went out front, we saw the oak tree out there. It makes its own food. The food that it makes through its leaves is stored in its roots and its stems and twigs and everything. And that's what it uses all winter to survive on. In the wintertime, they don't. Yes, ma'am?
Are pigs going extinct?
No, they're
That's
just
what I heard,
having,
I heard bacon was like, the bacon level was like getting more expensive.
yeah, it's going to get, and that's supply and demand. Supply and demand. The supply of it is low, and the demand of it's high, so the price is going to go up. Just like gas in California. Gas in California topped out over $5 or $6 a gallon. They got a couple of refineries out there. One of them was on fire the other day. The other one was something wrong with it. So if your supply goes down and the demand still stays up, it costs more. They can get more money for it. Yes.
Well, why did it go up in California if they don't usually use like cars? They use like they go. Most people go to like on trains and stuff.
They got thousands upon thousands of millions of cars out there.
Yeah, cause like mine was driving.
Some of those people will be in traffic anywhere. They can stay in traffic anywhere, morning commute and afternoon commute, up to 3 or 4 hours. So 3 or 4 hours of their day is just sitting in their car.
Wow.
That'd drive me nuts.
Oh, no.
Lucia?
Driving from LA, California to San Diego, and like from like 12 or like 10 at 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness, I would never want to be in that traffic ever.
You've been in there, huh?
Yes.
All right. Living things reproduce. It says all living things eventually reproduce to make more of their own kind. Some bacteria reproduce every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes. Well, it may take a pine tree 2 years to reproduce. Without reproduction, living things would not exist to replace individuals that die. If cats never reproduce, stop today. How many more cats will we have in a few years? 0. When things stop reproducing is when they eventually die. That species will die out. Alright. Close your book for a second. In your group, I want you to think of the things we just got through talking about. What makes a living thing? There's 3 things, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that we just mentioned that make it a living thing. Can you write those down? I didn't say you had to explain them. Because in our book, it says living things are blank, living things are blank, living things have to blank, living things have to blank. Okay, there's 6 of them. See if you can write them down without looking at your book. Come close your book, not here. Yeah, you. All right, go. So you might want to meet the board.
Sorry, I'm just random. I just roll
Get the group of them. Who has a group of 2? Who has a group of 2? All right, go with those 2 lovely ladies. Okay, you don't have to write them on a piece of paper. All you got to do is write them on the board in your area up there.
He's here to George.
Hey, my precious alone. No. Here you go, right
What makes it living? We just got through talking about it. Run that.
Leave me alone.
Sleep over there, you old dude. You act like girlfriend keep you up or what?
Yes, Cobb, how many did you say?
There's 6. Write as many as you can.
We have 4.
She lives. Georgia, what's up?
So, will there be blood cells?
Yeah, cells would be part of it. Yeah, all living things have cells. Very good.
Often?
No.
Okay, Melon.
Blood actually does that.
What's up, David?
I would
Somebody bring Colin back his stick.
It was cold.
Yeah.
Cole let me see
Yeah,
them.
Rachel put white ones.
They're your awesome crutches, dude. I think I might just buy me those for you.
Hey, y'all need to get it written up there.
We need one more.
Hey,
I'm gonna redo it, children. So, water food, white ones, 13. These are so hard.
I need one more, guys.
Right, yeah.
Cole.
I
Good.
should have blood.
Oh, I have it. Hey, Megan?
Oh, yeah, so.
They spelled my name. Brayden. I don't care. It's K-O-O-Y. I don't care. I cannot do that.
I'll bring Colin, I love these things.
Okay, well, your first one is here.
I'll write it.
Is it so?
I bet they'll trade you feet. She wants crutches.